Qatar is a small but extraordinary nation sitting at the edge of the Arabian Gulf, and it has quietly transformed itself into one of the most fascinating travel destinations on the planet. What was once known primarily as a desert land, rich in oil and natural gas, has evolved into a dazzling showcase of modern architecture, ancient culture, and breathtaking landscapes. Whether you are drawn to glittering skylines, pristine beaches, timeless souks, or vast golden deserts, Qatar offers an experience that is unlike anything else in the Middle East. The country punches far above its weight when it comes to tourism, and once you set foot here, it becomes immediately clear why millions of visitors make the journey each year. From the capital city of Doha to the remote inland sea near the Saudi Arabian border, every corner of this peninsula holds something worth discovering. So let us take a journey through the top 10 places you absolutely must visit when you find yourself in this remarkable country. Starting our journey in the heart of Doha, Souq Waqif is arguably the most iconic destination in all of Qatar. The name translates to standing market, and this centuries-old trading hub has been beautifully restored to reflect its original mud-rendered architecture and traditional Qatari aesthetic. Walking through its narrow winding alleyways feels like stepping back in time, yet the souk is very much alive with energy. Vendors sell everything from spices and incense to hand-woven textiles, falconry equipment, and traditional garments. The aroma of oud perfume mingles with the scent of grilled meats from the dozens of restaurants lining the streets. At night, the souk transforms into a vibrant social hub where locals and tourists alike gather to sip on karak tea, smoke shisha, and soak in the atmosphere. The Falcon Souk, located within the complex, is a particularly unique attraction where you can witness the deeply rooted Qatari tradition of falconry up close. Souq Waqif is not just a place to shop, it is a living, breathing cultural experience that captures the very soul of Qatar. Just a short walk from Souq Waqif, sitting majestically on its own island at the edge of the Doha Corniche, is the Museum of Islamic Art. Designed by the legendary architect Eo Ming-Pei, who is also known as I.M. Pei, this architectural masterpiece is one of the most stunning buildings in the entire world. The museum houses one of the most comprehensive collections of Islamic art ever assembled, spanning over 14 centuries and 3 continents. Inside, you will find intricate metalwork, ancient manuscripts, dazzling jewelry, ceramics, and textiles that tell the story of Islamic civilization in extraordinary detail. The building itself is a work of art, with its geometric forms and white stone facade reflecting beautifully off the surrounding water. The museum also features a world-class library, a gift shop, and a restaurant with panoramic views of the Doha skyline. Whether you are an art enthusiast or simply someone who appreciates beauty in all its forms, the Museum of Islamic Art is an absolute must-visit. Stretching for approximately 7 kilometers along the waterfront of Doha Bay, the Corniche is the beating heart of the city's public life. This beautifully landscaped promenade offers some of the most spectacular views of the Doha skyline, with its gleaming skyscrapers rising dramatically from the other side of the bay. The Corniche is the perfect place for an early morning walk or an evening stroll as the city lights begin to shimmer across the water. Families gather here on weekends, cyclists weave along dedicated paths, and fishermen cast their lines from the waterfront as they have done for generations. The promenade connects several of Doha's most important landmarks, including the Museum of Islamic Art and the Dow Harbor, where traditional wooden boats are still moored in the same way they have been for hundreds of years. The Corniche is one of those rare places where the modern and the traditional exist in perfect harmony, and it offers a window into the everyday rhythm of Qatari life. Nestled between the West Bay District and the Katara Cultural Village is Qatar's premier destination for arts, culture, and entertainment. Built to celebrate the rich cultural heritage of Qatar and the broader Arab world, Katara is a sprawling complex that includes theaters, galleries, an opera house, a mosque, an amphitheater, and numerous restaurants and cafes. The architecture here is a stunning blend of traditional Islamic design and contemporary style, with ornate tilework, grand archways, and beautifully manicured open spaces. Throughout the year, Katara hosts an impressive calendar of events including film festivals, art exhibitions, music performances, and cultural celebrations that draw visitors from around the world. The beach at Katara is also one of the most popular in Doha, offering calm waters and a relaxed atmosphere. Whether you are attending a performance at the Opera House or simply wandering through the galleries, Katara Cultural Village offers a deeply enriching experience that connects visitors to the artistic and intellectual traditions of the Arab world. The Pearl-Qatar is a man-made island that represents the pinnacle of luxury living in Doha. Spanning approximately 4 square kilometers, this artificial archipelago was built on reclaimed land and is home to some of the most exclusive residences, hotels, restaurants, and boutiques in the entire Middle East. The island is divided into several distinct districts, each with its own character and charm. Porto Arabia, the main marina, is lined with upscale restaurants and designer shops and is the perfect place for a leisurely afternoon. Connaught Quartier, inspired by the canals of Venice, features colorful facades and waterways that create a uniquely European atmosphere in the heart of the Gulf. The Pearl is also home to some of Qatar's finest dining experiences, with cuisine ranging from authentic Lebanese and Japanese to French and Italian. Even if you are not staying on the island, a visit to the Pearl is well worth it, simply to admire the architecture, enjoy a meal by the water, and experience the extraordinary ambition that defines modern Qatar. For those seeking a more dramatic and untamed side of Qatar, Khor al-Adaid, commonly known as the Inland Sea, is an experience that simply cannot be missed. Located in the southeastern corner of the country near the border with Saudi Arabia, this natural wonder is one of the few places in the world where the sea penetrates deep into the heart of a desert. Towering sand dunes rise dramatically from the water's edge, creating a landscape that feels almost otherworldly. The journey to Khor al-Adaid is itself an adventure, typically undertaken in a convoy of 4-wheel-drive vehicles that navigate the rolling dunes in an exhilarating display of off-road driving. Once you arrive, the silence and the scale of the landscape are genuinely humbling. Visitors can swim in the calm waters, watch the sunset paint the dunes in shades of gold and crimson, and spend the night under a canopy of stars that is completely undimmed by city lights. Khor al-Adaid is a United Nations educational, scientific, and cultural organization recognized nature reserve, and it stands as a powerful reminder of the raw, unspoiled beauty that still exists in Qatar beyond its modern cities. Traveling north along the coast of Qatar, you will find Al-Zubarah, a remarkably well-preserved archaeological site that offers a fascinating glimpse into the country's pre-oil history. Once a thriving pearl fishing and trading town, Al-Zubarah was founded in the 18th century and grew into one of the most important settlements in the Gulf region before being abandoned in the early 20th century. Today, the site is a United Nations educational, scientific, and cultural organization World Heritage Site, and ongoing excavations continue to uncover the remains of streets, houses, mosques, and a large defensive wall that once protected the town. The adjacent Al-Zubarah Fort, built in 1938, now serves as a museum where visitors can learn about the history of the site and the broader story of Qatar's past. The combination of the archaeological ruins and the dramatic coastal landscape makes Al-Zubarah one of the most evocative and historically significant destinations in the entire country. Mishreb downtown Doha is a groundbreaking urban regeneration project that has transformed the oldest neighborhood in the city into a model of sustainable, culturally sensitive development. The project preserves the traditional Qatari architectural style while incorporating cutting-edge green building technology, creating a neighborhood that honors the past while embracing the future. Within Mishreb, you will find 4 heritage houses that have been converted into museums telling the story of Qatar's history, culture, and the development of Doha itself. A short drive south of the capital, Al Wakra Souq offers a quieter and more authentic alternative to Souq Waqif. This beautifully restored fishing village Souq features traditional whitewashed buildings, a picturesque harbor, and a relaxed atmosphere that feels refreshingly unhurried. Together, Mishreb and Al Wakra Souq represent 2 different but equally compelling expressions of Qatar's commitment to preserving its heritage while building toward a remarkable future, making both destinations essential stops on any visit to this extraordinary country.